Once again, good morning, everybody, and welcome on our new webinar of presenting CoolAutomation and Marcom company. Today, I'm Daniel Pirel, VP Sales for Europe at CoolAutomation, and with me, Luca Marani, CEO of Marcom. Without waiting any longer, we're going to present Marcom company, our strategic partner in Italy. Luca, I pass you the mic.
Thank you, Daniel. Il meeting è prevalentemente in lingua inglese, dato che Daniel non parla italiano. Comunque sono disponibile eventualmente per dei chiarimenti in italiano. Ci sono anche dei tecnici a supporto che risponderanno sulla chat per eventuali domande. Molti di voi conoscono già Marcom perché sono già nostri clienti, altri invece non ci conoscono. Marcom è un'azienda che è stata fondata nel 2002, quindi ha già 24 anni, si occupa di soluzioni hardware e software per la building automation e per l'ambito industriale. Siamo collocati a Verona come sede e operiamo su tutto il territorio nazionale e già da parecchi anni rivendiamo i prodotti CoolAutomation sia come prodotti sia come supporto tecnico e presistemistica in fase di quotazione. Ok, please go on with the slide. Ok. Siamo nati inizialmente come operando nell'ambito della comunicazione industriale, quindi tutti i protocolli relativi all'ambito industriale, Profinet, CAN, eccetera, eccetera, e poi ci siamo allargati sull'ambito building automation, quindi BACnet, Loanworks, Meterbus e così via. Siamo distributori di alcuni marchi di primari e lavoriamo specialmente nell'ambito della comunicazione industriale, anche sulla parte cellulare, sulla parte LPWAN, quindi LoRaWAN. Forniamo chiaramente un'assistenza pre-sales e anche un supporto tecnico di secondo livello ai integratori e partner che lavorano con noi per per le problematiche che possono incontrare. Quindi i settori principali su cui ci muoviamo sono sicuramente la building automation, dove siamo di distributori del marchio CoolAutomation, ma siamo anche technical partner per quanto riguarda l'Oitech e ci muoviamo anche con altri brand tipo ProDual, Thermocon e così via. Sulla parte industriale, dove siamo specialisti nella parte gateway e comunicazione, sulla parte LoRaWAN, un settore che è estremamente in estrema diffusione, con la comunicazione e l'applicazione dell'LoRaWAN nella building automation. Forniamo tutta la parte sensori, remote control tramite cloud e app, sistemi software tipo IOPC server e software dedicati e chiaramente tutta la parte di accessoristica che è relativa ai prodotti che vendiamo. Ok, let's go on. I leave the word to Daniel for the presentation of CoolAutomation.
Thank you.
A lot of our customers are already involved in CoolAutomation products, but I think this meeting will be very useful to give a complete vision of the portfolio of the company. Thank you, Daniel. Please go on.
All right. Thank you, Luca. I just forget for everybody to say that feel free to ask any question in the question section of the webinar. We have Amandine with us that will have a pleasure to answer you during the webinar, and some of the question will be answered at the end of the webinar. So just feel free to ask any question. And if we don't have time during the webinar, no worry, we will come back by email to you. So let's talk a bit about CoolAutomation. So CoolAutomation is a company specialized on the communication of HVAC device and equipment. We founded in 2009, so it's been around 15 years of experience in that field, with a global presence all around the world and in Europe here with the main European headquarters based in France and in Italy represented by our partner Marcom. We are a completely private company, very focused on B2B with a worldwide network of dealer and distributor. What we are doing at CoolAutomation? That's a great question. As I mentioned, we're very specialized in the integration, of the VRF split system, what we call the direct expansion air conditioning system. On that field, we are working both on the hardware manufacturing and solution software editor. So we are acting very actively on both home automation and BMS integration by manufacturing or getaway, and at the same time offering an extended software solution that can go from the basic control to the predictive maintenance in passing by the proportional power distribution when we are in a centralized air conditioning system. Our architecture is quite universal for every single device we are producing. We have on the side then all the multi-splits and all the air conditioning systems that will be connected and linked to one of our edge device, CoolAutomation device. That device offers you both possibilities to have a local communications to be integrated into a local BMS or home automation solutions via every single protocol. It's a universal, all our protocol has been standardized, and you can find it in BACnet, Modbus, KNX, REST API. So you have a complete range of different protocols that are accessible from the same gateway. When we are connecting the edge device then to internet, so we can bring all this information into a cloud environment. And this cloud environment is offering you our suite of softwares going from control application, which is delivered for free for any of our device, to our professional software that goes from the advanced operation to the predictive maintenance, passing, as I mentioned before, to the power distribution. We have as well the possibility to have an API from our cloud to open some cloud-to-cloud connection in case you want to develop your own cloud software and needs to have some data coming from directly from the cloud. So you have both way, a local integration, cloud integration, or directly the usage of our software. The smart solution we are actually pushing in the market as a destination facility management company, energy management company, BMS, home automation, and of course, HVAC technical service. Let's talk a little bit about the device itself. So as our device, we have a complete range of different devices, which is actually defined by the type of air conditioning system we're going to find. Let's start with the CoolPlug and Cooling Hub, which has a destination for splits, mini splits, multi-split systems, and is an easy, very easy and efficient way to make all the split system communicated to your environment and to your solution. The CoolMaster product line, which is our Swiss Army knife, is an amazing device that has the possibility to connect simultaneously several brands to the same gateway and to be directly connected to VRF systems. We're going to see it in detail just a little bit later. The CooLinkBridge is a device that we are using actually to connect, thanks to the use of any third-party devices, to connect fan cores, chillers, air-to-water heat pumps. Let's say all the rest of HVAC that is not covered by the CoolMaster and the CoolPlug. And the CoolMaster EDGE that we will have the pleasure to release in the market in a very few time is a new generation of getaways that have the possibility to have buffering a local memory for edge data processing, logic resiliencies, and a complete secure environment. All the products from CoolAutomation is also available with an optional KNX interface. It means that if you are a KNX integrator, you find the perfect solution to integrate any of the HVAC system. VRF systems, split systems, and others are accessible thanks to our devices. Our CoolMaster is certified as a KNX product. It means that it supports of ETS database. So you can directly connect your CoolMaster and get access via ETS to connect and to program any of the HVAC devices. So Quick word about the CoolMaster. So CoolMaster provides a bi-directional controlled solution for every single VRF. According to the version, CoolMaster or CoolMaster Pro, it can support up to 256 indoor units. It's actually a touchscreen, so every single setup can be done directly on the screen of the device. Of course, we have a software utility to make all the setup on the computer. It's a real plug-and-play device. I mean, when you connect a VRF bus to one of the line of the CoolMasters, there's an auto-discovery of all the indoor units that you have. The great part of the CoolMaster is it's a multi-brand devices. It means on the same time you can connect one bus from Daikin, another bus from another manufacturer, Fujitsu, Mitsubishi, any of them, Toshiba, and you get an automatic detection of all the indoor units that you have on the bus, and then you can just select your protocol as an output, set up your IP or your IT parameter. The job is done. You're ready to integrate. So it's a really plug and play. It's a game changer in the integration world. In addition of that, the CoolMaster gets several I/O modules that can be programmed to have an automatic on-off for the total system. You have the possibility as well to change the brand in any time. If you retrofit one system to another, it was from one brand, you change the brand, but the CoolMaster will remain and will offer you exactly the same line of communication for your integration. So we have two CoolMasters in that range, the CoolMaster and the CoolMaster Pro. In detail, what does it mean? CoolMaster is more dedicated for residential and small size commercial because it can take up to 32 indoor units. No matter the brand, no matter how many systems you have on it, it can take up to 32 indoor units. It provides you Modbus RTU and Modbus IP. It provides BACnet MSTP, BACnet IP, REST API, an optional version in KNX. So you have a complete one gateway that fits for every single brand, no matter the protocol you're going to use. The CoolMaster Pro is, let's say, one scale higher. It brings you a possibility to integrate up to 256 indoor units according to the different brands that will be connected to it. But there is actually a very, very specific features of the CoolMaster Pro is that on the Modbus in the BACnet, the REST API table, you can find the technical data locally. It means if your BMS, you're interested in knowing what's the frequency of the compressors of your device, what's the pressure level, or any other technical data that can help you for saving energy to be sure that your system is actually operating perfectly, you can find it thanks to the CoolMaster Pro. So you have a complete view on the control, the operational, the energy, thanks to other devices provided by Marcom, and you have as well down the technical data. So the CoolMaster is a straightforward installation. You have the VRF system, which is represented here on the screen. You connect directly on the communication bus, and you get directly all your indoor unit. We have developed a lot of different drivers for home automation system. It means that you don't have a real integration to do because most of our home automation partner directly create a driver. It means that by scanning the CoolMaster, you will automatically get all the indoor unit already organized with the different features that you will be able directly to create your own automation, your scenario, and it will definitely ease your life in the home automation world. For BMS, we provide, as I mentioned, one gateway that fits for all the VRF systems that we find in the small, medium building, commercial ones, and it offers you the protocols that is actually wanted by you. Let's talk about the split and the mini splits. Technologically, split are a bit different than a VRF. VRF get an internal bus of communication, but mini splits doesn't have. So the way to connect mini splits and to make it communicate bi-directional is to use a cool plug and to connect it on the port that is basically used by the wired controller. By this way, we have a bi-directional communication. The cool plugs is considered like a converter. You can install one cool plug on one brand on the split system and air conditioning, and then it will convert the protocol into a Modbus called PBus. These PBus can then link different cool plugs, wired or wireless, to connect to a small gateway called the CoolLink Hub, which is actually an IP gateway that will provide Modbus, BACnet, KNX, exactly the same with the same tables and the CoolMaster. So it means that working with CoolAutomation make one table of communication for one protocol, universal for every single HVAC air conditioning system you may find on the field. How it works. So, as I mentioned, you can see that there is one cool plug per indoor unit. In order to connect them, you will directly connect the cool plug to the indoor unit. The great part of it, the cool plug is power supplied by the indoor unit on the communication line. It means you have no power supply to pull from the electrical cabinet to the cool plug to power supply it. It's already made by the indoor unit on the communication on low voltage similar. The cool plug then will communicate in that scenario wired one to another. So we're going to daisy chain the different cool plugs and link them to a CoolLink Hub or even to another CoolMaster. On this way, you can have one cool plug, let's say one indoor unit from one brand, another indoor unit for another brand, and another brand as well for the third one. There's three different cool plugs, but after the cool plug, the communication is universal. It's a Modbus called PBus. And then you can link it to a CoolLink Hub to have an IP, or you can directly connect the cool plug with Modbus, RTU in that case. But considering that a large part of the project we are doing are retrofitting, especially on the retails, for instance, the cool plugs has the capability of working wirelessly between each other. It means that it's still power supplied by the indoor units, by the communication bus, but the communication between the different cool plugs and the CoolLink Hub is via a mesh network that allow every single cool plugs to become an antenna and to receive and transmit the signal. It allows to be super efficient. It doesn't need any online tool to be paired, one CoolLink Hub with several up to 10 cool plugs. So it can be done on the field. It can be prepared at the office before deployment on the field. It's a super efficient and it's a super convenient solution when we are working on an existing site to not having to pull cable all around actually the site. The CooLinkBridge. The CoolInkBridge, as I mentioned, is the bridge we are using to connect other equipment than direct expansion, so other than split systems or VRF. The CoolInkBridge can, thanks to the usage of an additional third-party controller, can link fan coils, can link chillers, can link zone controller, radiant electrical, I/O controllers on others. We developed as well some CoolInkBridge dedicated for some air-to-water heat pump. Air-to-water heat pump is more and more popular. We find a lot everywhere. We need to integrate the control, even if it's few features, but we need them to bring down. And we use the CoolInkBridge to develop the small bridge down to control the air-to-water system, for instance. Let's talk a bit about what you're going to discover in a few weeks, so the CoolMaster EDGE. So CoolMaster EDGE is the last evolution of the CoolMaster. It offered to work completely locally thanks to having bigger buffer memory and to have a Linux core inside that allow actually to work locally with web server pages, with local control application, and to have the possibility then to be a backup of a cloud solution in case internet is failing. When we are using the CoolMaster EDGE, we find the same possibility with the CoolMaster. So you can connect multi-brand to it. You can get BACnet server, Modbus server output. You can have a direct local web server control application. And the great part, we will describe it during the presentation of the cloud solution. We create inside the CoolMaster EDGE a possibility to become a backnet customer. So backnet back with a backnet mapping tool. So we can actually integrate into a cloud solution any single device which is communicating in backnet, remap all the data, and they take the control, the monitoring, and the technical monitoring thanks to this new device. The CoolMaster EDGE, in terms of architecture, will work nearly the same way as other CoolMaster. The big difference is on the local control configuration and the local application of control. The rest will remain completely the same, but the fact that we have inside a local data buffering change completely is a real big game changer, for all our cloud application. Then the cloud application will become resilient and will keep running and keep saving your automatism, even if there is any loss of internet connection. So just to highlight our integration device, you can read that, but it's a plug-and-play system. It's a bidirectional communication. At CoolAutomation, we only do bidirectional, never mono, because when we send something, we need to have the answers that it has been done. It supports every single manufacturer in terms of VRF, and we can cover most of the split system existing in the market. It's one single device, multi-brand, multi-protocol. It's a lot of drivers that has been developed to be natively compatible with most of the home automation platform. All the firmware and then are freely accessible in our website. So you are completely free of using our product and just be efficient in your integration. You will find as well, on our website, we are not locking any access. It means that you can find every single documentation, webinar, manuals, integration guidelines, blogs, and different articles freely in our website. Just feel free to connect, type support at CoolAutomation, and you will find absolutely all the knowledge that you need. And of course, we have a pre-sales team in Europe and in Italy, thanks to our partner Marcom, that will be more than happy to answer any of your questions and to help you to design your project. So I'm going to pass the microphone to Luca to present some very great case study we did, in Italy. And I'm sure you will definitely appreciate it. Luca?
Thank you, Daniel. Really clear explanation. Torniamo alla lingua italiana e vi facciamo vedere 4 casi applicativi che possono essere interessanti e fanno capire, le possibilità di implementazione che i prodotti CoolAutomation ci danno nell'integrazione di sistemi VRF e split. Il primo caso riguarda il revamping di una banca che ha filiali in tutta Italia. Please go on, Daniel. Ok. Si tratta di una banca che ha deciso di fare un revamping delle sedi sia per un'ottimizzazione dei consumi energetici, sia per un'ottimizzazione anche di altri, sistemi building presenti all'interno delle varie filiali. Questa banca finora in questo progetto ha utilizzato circa 200 CoolMaster Pro e i punti chiave per cui è stato scelto questo tipo di dispositivo sono i seguenti. Innanzitutto, chiaramente nel tempo nelle filiali sono stati implementati diversi sistemi diversi brand di VRF e in qualche caso anche degli split, e quindi si cercava una soluzione che potesse essere uniforme per tutti gli sportelli, pur avendo brand diversi all'interno dei vari uffici. CoolAutomation, e in particolare il CoolMaster, è forse l'unica soluzione sul mercato che permette di integrare dispositivi di brand diversi sullo stesso gateway. Quindi è stata una scelta chiave, è stata quella di avere la possibilità di integrare diversi tipi di brand. Chiaramente il gateway è solo una parte di questo revamping che, come vi ho detto, coinvolgeva anche sistemi building automation, riscaldamento, raffreddamento, luce e quant'altro. Quindi la possibilità di avere il protocollo BACnet direttamente a bordo del gateway è stata un'altra, diciamo, delle chiavi di volta per l'utilizzo del CoolMaster in questo tipo di applicazione. Eh, un altro punto, diciamo, fondamentale è stata la richiesta di poter monitorare anche le unità esterne, quindi i parametri di sistema delle unità esterne. In questo caso questo ha portato alla scelta del CoolMaster Pro, che come ha detto Daniel è una versione che permette, a parte un numero elevato di unità, 256 invece delle 32 del CoolMaster, ma anche la possibilità di andare a monitorare le unità esterne e in particolare i parametri, diciamo, specifici del produttore che chiaramente sono di grosso aiuto nel caso di predittiva sul funzionamento delle macchine, la manutenzione e quant'altro. Terzo punto è che, diciamo, che ha, diciamo, dato, che ha fatto scegliere per questo tipo di soluzione la possibilità di integrare anche le macchine split. Adesso abbiamo dato per scontato nella presentazione che tutti quanti sappiano la differenza fra i VRF e gli split. Comunque diciamo che le split sono macchine leggermente diverse, stand-alone, e utilizzando il cool plug, come vi ha fatto vedere nell'ultima slide Daniel, è possibile integrare nel CoolMaster Pro, in questo caso, anche degli split utilizzando dei cool plug. Quindi il CoolMaster Pro è in grado di collegarsi anche a 10 cool plug, contemporaneamente chiaramente ai VRF sulle altre linee, e quindi riesce a fare questa architettura mista in cui ho sia VRF che split. Ok, Daniel? L'altra applicazione che vi voglio far vedere è relativa all'utilizzo del cloud. Quindi in questo caso si tratta di un'applicazione fatta da un distributore di split che sono in questo caso marchio Gre. In questo caso non vi è un'integrazione locale con BMS o quant'altro, ma è stato utilizzato solamente l'Edge Box in questo caso, che è, diciamo, il CoolMaster che è utilizzato per il cloud e l'applicazione cloud. Quindi il distributore dà al cliente la possibilità di collegarsi tramite questo cloud sia per il controllo remoto delle macchine sia per l'ottimizzazione energetica. Quindi e lui a sua volta è in grado col suo account di fare anche manutenzione sui sistemi. Eh, Uno dei punti chiave di volta della scelta è stata la possibilità di fare un audit log, poi vi farà vedere più in dettaglio Daniel tutti le feature del cloud che permettono in questo caso di verificare e registrare chi ha modificato cosa. Stiamo parlando di set point, di accensioni, spegnimenti e quant'altro. Quindi in base a una serie di privilegi è possibile verificare quali utenti hanno fatto cosa sul sistema. Chiaramente il cloud è fondamentale per avere, diciamo, uno storico di tutto il funzionamento delle macchine, sia per quanto riguarda temperature, dati interni, eccetera, eccetera. E, ultimo ma non ultimo, la possibilità di fare tramite l'installazione di un misuratore di energia un'analisi energetica dei consumi delle varie unità e del sistema. Questo per un'ottimizzazione, diciamo, del funzionamento del sistema. Ok, Daniel? Questa applicazione invece che vi andiamo a vedere che riguarda l'integrazione di split dike in un studentato tramite il cool plug è completamente differente. In questo caso non è neanche presente il CoolMaster o il CoolBridge, ma sono stati diciamo, installati solamente i cool plug. In particolare in ogni camera le camere avevano un regolatore building automation di un marchio specifico, un marchio primario, che aveva la necessità di andare a integrare anche lo split di camera tramite il protocollo Modbus. I cool plug possono usare verso il centro diversi protocolli, come vi diceva prima Daniel, in particolare il P-Bus per parlare col CoolBridge, ma è possibile anche impostarli come Modbus RTU Slave. Quindi in questo caso il cool plug è stato collegato direttamente al regolatore di camera in Modbus RTU e quindi il controllo dell'unità split veniva riportata sotto il sistema BMS. Un altro punto chiave è stata la compatibilità con i dispositivi Daikin Siesta, che è un marchio, che è uno sottomarchio particolare della Daikin, una macchina particolare, quindi CoolAutomation aveva a disposizione il Cool Plug con il protocollo Daikin Siesta. La comunicazione in questo caso vorrei specificare che è bidirezionale, quindi il Modbus RTU permette sia di leggere i parametri ma anche di settare direttamente il set point, la velocità dello split, le alette e quant'altro. Quindi non si tratta di una comunicazione come avviene per altri prodotti presenti sul mercato tramite gli infrarossi, che è una comunicazione tipicamente monodirezionale verso lo split, ma è una comunicazione bidirezionale che permette anche di conoscere lo stato della macchina. Altro punto fondamentale è la possibilità di di avere una mappa di variabili fisse e quindi di poter, diciamo, integrare in maniera molto semplice a livello del controllore le variabili che devono essere scambiate. Quando ho collegate il cool plug alla macchina, all'unità, avete automaticamente una mappa prefissata, ben definita, sempre uguale, che rende il lavoro molto più semplice. Ok, dai, Daniel? Ultimo, ma non ultimo, è un'altra applicazione tipicamente solo cloud. Si tratta di macchine Toshiba in questo caso. Qua siamo a un livello leggermente superiore perché è stata utilizzata la versione del cloud che permette, diciamo, il controllo avanzato delle macchine e in particolare di grande utilità per i CAT, per la gestione dei sistemi installati e per la manutenzione. Stiamo parlando di una decina di cloud box in cui è stato venduto il sistema cloud anche con l'Advanced Service. Chiaramente i punti chiave sono stati la possibilità di controllare da app le macchine, questo per il cliente, mentre per il CAT la possibilità di fare, diciamo, il collegamento ai parametri del sistema delle macchine esterne. In questo caso è necessario aggiungere una chiave specifica che il produttore fornisce, che è una chiave ODU, che si va a integrare nel nostro sistema e permette, diciamo, al cloud box di agire sui parametri di macchina. Anche in questo caso fondamentale è stata l'introduzione dell'energy meter per l'analisi energetica del sistema. Poi Daniel magari può darvi qualche indicazione in più, ma esistono già dei paesi europei tipo la Francia in cui è stata recepita una normativa che per un certo numero di macchine è necessario comunque avere il controllo remoto anche dei consumi energetici per l'ottimizzazione. Considerate che normalmente i consumi energetici nei grossi edifici, il sistema VRV, il sistema diciamo VRV va a inficiare per circa il 60%, quindi l'ottimizzazione sui sistemi diciamo VRV è fondamentale per ottimizzare il consumo totale dell'edificio. Ok, Daniel, I leave it to you the word again.
Thank you, Luca. It was super well explained. We understand exactly, the advantages of all the solution and the different case studies that we saw. So as you can guess, our solution can be set on a different level, on different destinations. So from retails to hospitality to offices. So because all those HVAC system we are talking are actually installed nearly everywhere. So there is not a real destination for that, but it is everywhere. So if we provide you a universal solution to carry your project, no matter if it concerns small, medium, or even large commercial building, you will find a proper solution at us. So now let's talk about a little bit the software solution made by CoolAutomation, the cloud solution. What was the goal of making such a solution? First of all, how to unify every single different brand and system into one solution. That was the first stone on the wall, meaning like we can have different brands on the same building. We want only one application to control all of them. This is what we do at CoolAutomation, creating a unified interface of all HVAC brand and model, offering you an easy and convenient way to control, monitor centrally, and it's a multi-site, multi-user, multi-brand application. So, of course, as we're specialized in HVAC, let's dig a little bit on the HVAC operation. Thanks to our application, we can control all the units on a list view, on a floor plan. You can upload a floor plan, just drag and drop your different units to set up a complete professional tool to control your indoor unit. Of course, you can completely restrict the usage of the wired controller by setting some range in cooling, in heating, to lock some mode, to avoid like over-consuming behavior from the end user. You have also all the alert and notification in case anything is happening. You have a complete operational tool to monitor all the different brands. When a unit is actually included into the CoolAutomation software, no matter its brand, you have a complete control on it. We have discussed and we talked a bit previously about the VRF proportional power consumption. The challenge in here is that a VRF system may be a multi-tenant system. You can have one VRF systems with, let's say, 50 indoor units that will be divided into 5 tenants different. Who is consuming what? How to know that? This is where we create that tool. So by using a Modbus energy meters that will be connected between the outdoor unit and the CoolMaster, we can monitor the complete consumption of the outdoor unit. And thanks for having access to all technical parameters, our algorithm will divide the energy consumption from the outdoor units individually to each indoor unit. By this way, we can then aggregate several indoor units into one zone and then monitor the consumption of that zone. It's a very efficient tool because, first of all, we are specifying and using Modbus energy meter. Why? Most of the solutions existing in the market are using a pulse emitter, but pulse emitter will never give you the cumulative value of energy. It cannot communicate. You are just counting impulsion. So we are making the choice of using only Modbus systems to have the most accurate and certified entry value. If the Modbus meter is MID certified, so you have a certified value of entry. We are providing as well a graphical tool to follow all the information and all the consumption with a periodical report that can be sent every day, every week, every month to anyone. It means that all the tenants of this specific building can receive every end of week, let's say on Friday, what was the weekly consumption of their own zone inside this building. It's a very efficient tool for reducing to reduce the energy consumption, to make educational job to customers sometimes, which is needed. And it's, let's say, a great tool for even some billing system if everybody is accepting to use that tool. Predictive maintenance. So that system has becoming a game changer in the service industry for HVAC. Remember that usually when something happens on the HVAC, it's already too late. It means you have to send someone, a technician in emergency, to make a diagnostic, find the root cause of the problem, then find some spare parts, then replace them, then doing all the cycle of the classic conventional maintenance job. Let's now considering predictive maintenance. Your system is constantly monitored by the system. You see a complete view of every single technical parameter. If there is a drift on some of them, of one of those technical, you can be alerted. It means that your system, it's not failing. It's having an anomaly. This anomaly will be notified to the technician in charge of the site. So it can directly monitor, check what is going on, and judge if there is an urgent intervention which is needed, if it can be wait a little bit more, if it's less urgent, and it can make this complete diagnostic and see if some spare parts are needed and if he has the right skills to intervene with the right tool. It means sending the right technician with the right spare part, with the right tool directly to solve the problem and not to diagnostic. All the diagnostic is done remotely. So we are saving a lot of time for service people and technicians. When we are talking about energy saving, it has a complete different sense because you can have the most, let's say, the most advanced BMS system to control your building, but you will see that your system is over-consuming. What is going on? This is providing you a tool to diagnostic where the energy waste is coming. If there is a technical problem, if there is an abnormal usage of the air conditioning of people, because, for instance, your indoor unit never reached the set point, you will be alerted. So you have the complete tools that will help the energy manager to understand why the building is over-consuming, even if he has a BMS that control a part of it, because it may be a technical problem. So the predictive maintenance solution from CoolAutomation is a real game changer in the service industry for HVAC. We would be more than glad to organize further in another presentation a demo and a live demo of our tool, and you can contact, of course, all our team and Marcom team to get a demo of our tool and to see how beneficial it can be for your installations. All the applications that we have talked about are accessible in mobile phone. Obviously, a technician won't have always a computer with him, but he gets his mobile phone. So if anything happens on the site, he gets push notification on his phone. He click on this and can then directly diagnostic, as you can see on one of these screens, all the technical parameter of the problem and visualize the activity audits on a multi-site level, so we can control several different sites. It's then the mobile version actually of our software. And we talked a bit before about a control application, which is freely accessible with the purchase of any of our hardware. This is the control app. As you can see, it's a central controller. It's the same central controller you can find, in a building, but you have it constantly on your phone. And even for your customer to have a kind of easy way to just control, switch in, switch off, do some weekly programmation, set up and receive notification, it's the perfect tool. And this is delivered with every single device sold by CoolAutomation. So what's the benefits of our cloud solution? As you understand, it's work as another layer of a BMS, offering an extended service and a premium service for service company who want to have a remote diagnostic tool and to be able to monitor a multi-site park of different brands and different system of HVAC. Then obviously when you control and you have a constant monitoring system, on the technical side, you increase the system lifespan, you optimize the performance, you reduce all the risk of failure, and you can intervene before when it's just an anomaly. This system also is available for retrofitting. If one day you have one system from one brand, you have to change it and you want to change the brand, you can change the brand, the system will remain. So it means you're completely free of actually getting this brand or this brand, but you get the full system of it. We reduce energy consumption. We are reducing the carbon print on the building due to the maintenance cycle. We reduce potentially the risk of leakage because we can detect actually some drift in technical to analyze that there is a lack of refrigerant into the system. It's you have already a notification system, so you get everything on your phone. It's available on mobile phone, on mobile application, and then you get the full beneficial of all the different features we just explained. It's quite a lot, but it's a great solution, and we will be more than glad to present you in detail all of this. Thank you, everybody, for attending this webinar. So it was the first webinar in cooperation with Marcom that I would like to really specially thank for their participation, the great job they are doing in Italy, and for promoting our solutions in all around the country. So a big thank you for you attendees, and a big thank you as well to Luca Marani and all the Marcom team.
Thank you, Daniel. Siamo disponibili se qualcuno ha qualche domanda tecnica particolare, qualcosa da approfondire. Nel frattempo, finché provate a pensare un attimo se c'è qualcosa che vi può interessare, come avevamo detto, alla fine del webinar riceverete una email in cui il nostro ufficio marketing vi darà un extra sconto del 3% per tutti coloro che hanno partecipato come diciamo, un riconoscimento del tempo che avete impiegato per conoscere i nostri prodotti.
So feel free to send all your questions now during the webinar. We are here to answer you. If not, just feel free to drop it by mail on the link you received before, and we will be more than glad then to answer you for any question you may have or project you want us to design with you. Thank you another time, and hope to see you very soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.